It's time to choose your fate. And the shall it be? Shall you? This is where you shall decide. The Godwoken may die here, but a new divine... After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetheran lies or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate and the future of the world. What shall you do with divinity? After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own... What shall you do with divinity?
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. When the dust settled, no new divine had risen. Instead, all Source was released into the world for all the people and every creature to share. Everyone was now a sorcerer. And united, the peoples of Rivellon pushed back the God King into the very depths of the void. This ushered in a new golden age of peace and prosperity. But alas, it was not to last. With many greedy for wealth, power and position, the struggle soon began anew. Source, the very language of creation, was used in violence once more. The never-ending contest for power continued. As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken failed to seal the veil. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine, in service of the King, until the day I am freed, the day the God King returns.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. A Godwoken.
Complaining will get me nowhere, however. Not...
Malady stands tall and proud. Sunlight...
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. Yet an eyeful. I expect I have a lot of planning to do.
She drums her fingers testily on her...
All that work, all that effort, tossed into the gutter like a malformed child. You say that now. Let's see how you feel. Never mind. I'll find another way.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it. But instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. Sacrifice.
She looks you up and...
I guess this will have to do. Take a moment, why don't you? Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same. Oh, I don't know. Around and about. Treat myself to some... Perhaps our paths will cross until we find out.
Of all, eh? Bold move, I'll grant you that. I didn't think anyone considered the little people a... I don't know yet. Perhaps peace will reign and all will be... Time will tell. That is the question, isn't it? How does one top the great... No, of course you wouldn't. It's a written language. Unreadable to most. But myself, naturally. I intend to seek them out. This Gustafsson seems to guard portals to the...
I'm buzzing. I don't know how else... I want to say it was brave. Maybe it was, but it wasn't right.
Gareth is still. For a moment, his mind wanders to memories of...
The people of Rivellon will call you their savior. The power is in them, in all of them. And there will come a time when they rebel, and the price will be equality. Power shared among both the evil and the good, the light and the dark. You've blessed them and cursed them with a single choice. I find a way to fit. I wasn't just content to lurk in Lucian's shadow. I walked, so I find out, on my own away from the storm that surely comes. The God King is defeated, but the door to the void is open.
Rosa smiles broadly and casts her gaze over the ship's top deck. She sighs.
A world full of sorcerers. That's quite a thing. But don't worry, darling. Reform my ways. How adorable.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. She smiles coyly, then slinks forward to kiss you. Her mouth meets yours and devours you with predatory abandon. Somewhere in the recesses of your mind, you think you hear her voice sigh, "Mine." But then the kiss ends.
Something to remember me by, darling. Who knows? A nice cottage someplace, but a girl needs some fun.
There's nothing interesting down there. The future lies above, not below.
Don't you have somewhere else to be?